My boyfriend, 26M, found out I'm 26F, rich and started using it against me. I am not op. Original post by you, throw raw, 20A on our relationship advice. My boyfriend, 26M, found out I'm 26F, rich and started using it against me. October 5, 2021. My boyfriend and I met through a dating app 8 months ago and we've had a good, steady relationship. I come from a well-off family, but my parents never spoiled me. They taught me to not indulge in excess and to keep my privilege in mind when interacting with people. I'm currently living in an apartment with only my salary. I haven't told my boyfriend about my wealth. I wasn't actively hiding it. It just didn't come up. My birthday was a few weeks ago and my parents threw a party at our home. Our home is a medium-sized villa. My boyfriend started scowling when I told him that that was the home I grew up in. When I asked him about it, he told me it was nothing and started smiling again. His mood got worse as more and more of my parents' rich friends started coming in. When I asked him about it the next day, he just told me that he was feeling a little sick. After we got back, he asked me why I hid the fact I was rich. I told him that I wasn't hiding it, but he started bringing it up in every conversation after that, like telling me that I didn't know how to cook properly because I was spoiled. He brought it up with his friends, telling them I was a spoiled princess who had everything handed to me. It started as jokes, but it got more hostile as the days went on. When I brought this up, he told me I didn't know normal people problems because I was rich. Did I do something wrong? What should I do? Update. My BF, 26M, found out I'm 26F, rich and started using it against me. https www.reddit.com/r/relationshipadvice/comments/q3dxx8/update. My BF 26M found out I'm 26 frichin' / October 7, 2021. After I made the Reddit post, I tried to have a conversation with him, but he kept stonewalling me. He made more snide comments and I decided to break up. When I told him that I was leaving him, it felt like he was expecting it. He called me a rich bitch and went on a rant about how I was leaving him because he was poor. Some commenters told me to expect this, but it still came as a shock. He and I have very good salaries and I don't know why he said that. He was a good person most of the time I knew him. Some people ask me why I didn't warn him about my wealth. All my relationships before him were with people in my social class, so the expectation of wealth was implicit. Having wealth was not a big deal in any of my previous relationships, so I assumed it was the same in this one too. I'll warn my partners before taking them home in my future relationships. This is a tangent, but I wanted to talk about I'm not rich. My parents are thing that many comments suggested. A lot of my friends from wealthy families use that line as a defense, but it is misleading. If I wanted to, I could dip into my parents' finances. I choose not to, but it is still my wealth too. It might technically be my parents' money, but it still makes me wealthy. And having wealthy parents comes with a lot of privileges even if I don't actively use their money. I never had to work a job when I was studying. I had access to the best schooling. I don't have student loans and my parents' connections open a lot of doors. Having a safety net let me find what I was good at and let me take risks. So, unless they are estranged from their families, children from wealthy families are also wealthy. I thank all the people who commented on my original post and gave me advice. I felt like I was doing something wrong, but you made me see that it was his insecurity and jealousy that was the issue. Reminder: I am not the original poster. She's got a really good attitude towards her situation, which makes Dickhead X even more ridiculous. He acted like a brat and then blamed her for calling him on it. Sounds like that chip on his shoulder got in the way. Weird bit of envy. That dude is a tool. Sabotaged his relationship because reasons? Yes, Oop was and still is privileged. But her parents made her aware of the fact, and she listened. Then the boyfriend found fault with her because she was lucky, and called her a spoiled princess? Painful at the moment, but she's better off without him. His envy shot him in the foot. The potential to have a beautiful and fulfilling future with a proper sugar mommy and his audacity costed it. Bad idea to warn them she's wealthy before she gets to know them. His poor fragile ego. Face with rolling eyes. Oop definitely dodged a bullet. I'm not leaving you because you're poor. I'm leaving you because you're a jerk. I like that she has a very clear view of the privileges her parents' wealth bring to her. She seems very level-headed, though a bit naive about how others perceive the wealthy. Trash took itself out. What a petulant, childish, and jealous douche canoe her BF turned out to be. Great that she left him. Even if she weren't born rich, I feel like the guy would still start acting up once she gets paid more at work or gets way better career opportunities than him in the future. Sad thing is she is super level and self-aware about her wealth. I grew up poor and spent time homeless as a teen. It taught me the value of money, but also showed me that money isn't everything. Dude threw away his relationship with a very balanced and thoughtful person because he couldn't get past his own prejudice. OOP's BF is jealous of her wealth. I get feeling unfair, but attacking and bashing someone for something they're blessed with shows they're bitter as hell and insecure. Does he plan to stay poor or middle class his whole life? And if he becomes rich, will he resent his future kids or spouse for enjoying the riches? Glad that Oop got rid of this guy. Edit. His rants about her not being able to cook and general bitterness towards her richness shows his toxic masculinity took a hit. You start reading Reddit and you start to wonder if you are the only person on earth who doesn't have rich parents, or make six figures, or live in a gated community, and all that. In the early days of dating my husband, his awareness of his childhood privilege was part of what attracted me to him. His parents were, and still are, upper middle class, and he graduated without any debt. He also got his dream job. He acknowledges that while he's worked hard to get where he is, he's also incredibly lucky and had tons of opportunities his peers didn't have. She's a breath of fresh air. And I hope that this allows her the space to find someone who loves her entire being and can rest comfortably knowing that she will always be financially okay. That can be a huge mental burden lifted. So many people hold resentment, fear, and anger because of lack of access and resources. I know I do. I have to agree with OP's update about the children of wealthy people. There's a different mindset. Even if you live humbly and are financially independent from your wealthy family, that comes with knowing that if anything ever went wrong or you ever needed anything, your parents would be able to step in and provide it. I've seen this reinforced over and over with peers of similar incomes who come from poor families and wealthy. Very deeply contrasting attitudes about money and behavior around financial issues. I appreciate OP's insight and honestly about it. Insecurity is every man's worst enemy. Oop sounded awesome.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.